From an industry that started from nothing, but sheer resilience, hard work, passion, tenacity, and a whole lot of creativity to where they are today, that they stand as the second largest producers of movie, contributing significantly to our GDP. Inviting foreign investment. An industry like that needs to be saluted. And that's why on our show, we are stopping to say, hey, Nollywood, well done. We salute your courage. We salute your tenacity. We salute your creativity and your ingenuity. This weekend, it's all about our movie industry, and the conversation we continue today. My name is Patience Eloy Abba. I'm delighted you are here. You know, I'm always delighted you're here. And have I told you, it is our favorite weekend deal, coming to you from the network service of the NTA. I'm here, as usual, with the delectable, beautiful Thelma.
Great to keep your company as always, Eloy. Fantastic turnout there. It's always great to ride this rodeo together, just like we're going to be doing today. It's showtime, people. It's showtime. Time to reverberate with all those who make the world stand at attention, and they do it from sun up till sundown. Now, we must ask ourselves the tough questions. Where are we now? We do know we have come quite a distance. How well are we doing? Because in spite of the fact that we're the second largest producing creative industry in the world, which is a very comfortable place to be sitting, we must begin to examine the quality of what we're churning out. Yes, we boast very proudly about the talents. We boast about the tenacity, the unrelenting commitment, our eyes on the ball. Okay, I know your hands are not too busy, so we put them together, left to right. We say hello, dip, and we say namaste.
Namaste.
Raise your knee, walk towards your trunk. Namaste. Hello to everyone. I am Diptiranjan Mohanty, a trained yoga teacher from High Commission of India, Abuja. She is Tinasi. Today we will do two pranayamas, Kapalbhati and alternate nostril breathing. Pranayama. Pranayama is the combination of two words, prana and ayama. Prana means life force or vital energy. Ayama means extension or expansion. So the meaning of pranayama is extension and expansion of the dimension of the vital energy or prana. Now we will start Kapalbhati Pranayam, the frontal brain cleansing breath. Kapal means frontal brain, Bhati is the cleansing. So when we will do Kapalbhati, it should clean our frontal brain. Those who are suffering from heart disease, vertigo, high blood pressure, hernia, any abdominal surgery, they should avoid this pranayama. And in case of pregnancy, women should avoid this pranayama. This is a heating pranayama. So we will do 10 rapid forcefully exhalation. When exhale, simultaneously contract your abdomen towards your back. Now we will start. Relax your shoulder, relax your facial muscles. Now 10 times rapid exhalation. Start. With closed eye, do it 10 times. When you last exhale, contract your abdomen. Maintain this posture. Slowly release your abdominal muscles. This is one round. Likewise, we will do 5 rounds of Kapalbhati pranayama. Once more, 10 times rapid exhalation and contract your abdomen towards your back. Start. From 10 rapid exhalation, we can increase 15, 20, up to 50. Now we perform the variation of Kapalbhati with each nostril. Now close your right nostril through your right thumb. Exhale through your left and simultaneously contract your abdomen towards your back. When you exhale, know that you should breathe out from your abdomen. Start 10 times rapid exhalation. Release your right hand. Now close your left nostril through your left thumb. Now exhale through right nostril. Exhale from your abdomen. Start 10 times. Release your left hand. Now breathe in slowly, breathe out. Kapalbhati has a cleansing effect on the lungs and is a good practice for respiratory disorders. It balances and strengthens the nervous systems and tones the digestive organs. It purifies the nadis and removes sensory distractions. It energizes the mind for mental work and removes sleepiness. It removes mucus and also strengthens the abdominal muscles. Thank you for joining this yoga session. See you next time. Namaste. Raise your knee, walk towards your trunk.
I hope you took some deep breaths, stretched, and you're relaxed. Well, in that relaxation, let's go for our first break.
The dynamism of Nollywood continues to enchant people all over the continent and in the world. They work hard, they're resilient, and they are changing the narrative the best they can with enabling quality equipment. Now, we are concerned about the quality of the output. Now, we also know that the impact of Nollywood has also stretched as far as Kannywood, the northern part of the country. In the east, they have their wood. In the south, there's another wood. And there's wood everywhere. How are all these woods coming together to impact our economy as a nation? Francis, let your background feature share what you found with us.
Because I'm going to miss you.
Nigerian films are panacea for growth and advancement, development, improvement, and progress. This development could come in various facets such as culture, economy, social, political, and moral, among others.
We employ almost on a daily basis people who don't even have anything to do, who don't even have basics of film acting or whatever. Before you know it, they come into the industry. Before you know it, they become directors. They become light guys. They become set guys. They become actors. Before you know it, they begin to employ other people. So by so doing, you are taking people out of the street and giving them jobs.
Film is a purveyor of culture, it helps to preserve the culture of a people from eroding away. And this is a focus of implementation of the Nigerian National Policy on Film article, which states that film will be produced to protect and promote our rich cultural heritage and our national aspirations in the process of development.
Most of the story we tell about ritual killing in the industry is to warn people the dangers, of falling victims of such things, to let people know that there is no gain in this thing. Nothing, it doesn't pay, it doesn't last, and all that. It's not that we're celebrating it.
As a storyteller, as a screenwriter, I will not see you, standing somewhere without your cap, on a palm, slippers, as a military man, as a police force man, as a man in the force, and then I go to tell the same story, giving you shoe to wear, giving you cap to wear. No. If I do that, I'm not painting a good picture. So when I do it the way I see you or the way I saw you, it is left for you now to go and correct it. So it was at that point that they began to give us their uniforms, because you will see a DPO seated in the office because there's no uniform to wear. We just get one police uniform and hang it somewhere, hiding all the ranks and everything. You see the man wearing suit and whatever, which is not supposed to be. So Americans have gotten to a level where everything they give us, we believe it. You mean Americans don't have dirty places in their place? They do. Go to New York. It's just like the Ajegule in Lagos, in Nigeria. Go there, you will see it. So we tell our story the way it is. If it hurts you, correct it.
While the Nigeria's film industry provides films to millions of viewers around the globe, yet it still maintains an informal structure of street market sales and low-budget productions.
We no longer do this, what they call it CD, DVDs, things and all that. That's no longer in vogue. Now it's something you have to put out there on TVs, you put out there on the internet, you sell, then from the viewers, you're able to get your pay. You could be in cinemas and all that. So the piracy thing has reduced a bit.
I don't sell my movie again to a marketer. I sell to the TV station. And TV station cannot sell to a marketer. You understand? Based on my agreement with the TV station, when they are done, if you say 1 year or 2 years, I can sell to any other TV station or whatever. That movie will not go anywhere. So the emergence of all these TV stations really helped all of us. It cut off everything about piracy. It cut off everything about copy your work, copy this, copy that. No. And it gave us that room to be more creative.
Nollywood's struggle to its present state has been Herculean. Despite its runaway success since its inauguration in 1992, Nollywood has consistently battled with the challenge of inadequate funding for the industry.
Up to tomorrow, Things Fall Apart stands out. Why? It was a budget, it was a project well sponsored, well financed. So you cannot give me like 50 million to do a movie now. I will go and sleep. No, I will work overnight. I will work morning till morning to make sure that that money is well utilized. But not when I have only 1 million or 2 million or 3 million. What do you expect? What kind of story? What kind of acting? What kind of scenario do you want to get from a movie of 2 million, 3 million, 4 million? But when they step in, we begin to do government projects.
Now she's in coma. Now she's in coma.
Coma how? What are you talking about? How is she in coma?
Hey, will you shut up? As if you don't know.
Our focus on Weekend Deal today will be on Nigeria's creative industry, movies.
Weekend Deal.
Thank you, Francis. Always setting the tone and starting our conversations. So yes, we agree that Nollywood has come a long way, a very long way, but it's not been without challenges. Anyhow you look at it, it's been with challenges and there's still challenges. Now let's take a look at these challenges. NTA Channel 10 would lead that conversation. Let's see it.
Yeah, before my wife asked and you made enormous contributions.
The influence of Nollywood in Nigeria's economy cannot be overemphasized. Nollywood, the second largest film industry in the world, is faced with several challenges preventing it from reaching its full potential. Despite the glitz and glamour, actors and filmmakers face so much hurdles on movie sets, and even after filming, they also battle against the ever-growing monster known as piracy.
It's quite unfortunate that we don't have the budget, we don't have the expertise. There are lots of things that we lack.
Another challenge I see, usually that the producer and directors we are finding so challenging, is the characters of some of these our stars or even upcomers. The characters are very, very funny. Most of them are people that are very insultive and all that.
We face the issue of power. So much noise everywhere. You find it difficult to film because there's so much noise.
A lot of time, so many top stars walk out set without finishing their beat. And when this happens, there is nothing we can do.
Another thing is, you be sure of your market so that you don't allow your work of art to be used by fellow practitioners to make money for themselves. That's incipient piracy. Because you could produce for, say, Netflix, and then you give it to someone who has friends in the YouTube colony. And what do you expect? They expose your work. By the time you get to Netflix, they tell you, well, this work has been exposed.
The Nigerian film industry is filled with creative and intelligent minds capable of producing different genres of movies. If provided with an enabling environment, how can they overcome all the challenges?
The government can actually bring out, support for us producers. Imagine us having a film village that we can shoot everything from beginning to the end. No noise, no distractions, and everything's just being done in the studio.
I feel government should make policies that will protect the filmmaker. Policies that will safeguard the filmmaker, safeguard our interests, safeguard our investments. If we have power, we don't have to pay too much for the cost of generator, buying fuel, maintaining the generators. If there's constant power, to save us a lot on that light.
Nollywood produces about 2,500 movies per year with a huge market. The business side of movies is quite fascinating and very profitable. This is done by selling viewing rights to cinemas or various other platforms. One would wonder how producers and directors navigate the complex world of show business.
Technology is really helping out in terms of making distribution easier. So everybody is really trying, and that's why you see more people are coming into the business, and more people are making profits, more people are getting employed, more people are getting jobs, more people are getting source of livelihood.
The YouTube revolution has also come to empower the practitioners, especially actors and producers, and then to tell better stories and then produce quality works of art for the consumers.
We're trying our best to get our content out there in different platforms across different countries. For instance, we have a market all the way in Portugal. We have a market in some Francophone countries, so we just need to have the content being transcribed into those languages, and they'll be able to watch a lot of our films.
Nigerian film industry makes an annual revenue of $1.2 billion and will continue to churn out new talent if there are sustainable funding sources, government support, more distribution deals, and policies that can stimulate and sustain quality productions that will constantly place Nigeria on the global map.
Yes, there will be challenges, but in spite of them, or amidst them, we keep moving, especially with technology revolution. How is it impacting our creative people? How is it impacting directors, producers, and the actors themselves? Let's see. ETV, it's your turn. Please share what you found.
Globally, technological innovation is continuously transforming the film industry. The Nigerian movie industry, Nollywood as it is popularly called, is not left out. High-tech innovations have allowed filmmakers not only to explore and evaluate potential filming locations more efficiently, but contribute more to the overall quality of productions and expanding channels of viewership.
We can't stop it. It's a reality. There is nothing we can stop about it. Because it has brought us a lot of inventions, developments, and it has allowed the genius among humanity to come up with different kind of things, which of course is to our own benefit, and it makes life easier.
Without a doubt, there is a shift in the way people idle to watch movies. Before now, it was most likely via a digital video disc. Latest technological innovations have led to significant changes of how content can be disseminated and viewed through larger digital platforms. Today, movies consumers can now enjoy digital content and media services anywhere, anytime, even through the comfort of their mobile smartphones and other devices.
Now with technology, once movies are released, like via Netflix or Amazon or all the global movie websites, you can just go download, pay, and watch movies. So movie distribution has become easier, and it's also easier now to monitor the money that comes with it. You understand? Because when you click and watch this, they have a database where they can show you how many people watched your movie, how much money you made. People now make their movies and put it on YouTube, and customers go on YouTube and watch it, and YouTube pay you royalty at the end of the month.
Streaming services has had the most profound effect in the technological revolution in the film industry. It has been embraced by filmmakers to showcase their films to enable their viewer to watch at his leisure and comfort zone. The technical quality of Nigerian movies cannot be overemphasized. The introduction of high-tech equipment and software have improved the effects in movies, from animations to stunts and everything in between.
Special effects now, whatever special effects you want, it can be digitally created. When you're watching the movies, I can assure you that majority or 99% of people will not know the difference between the special effect that was done live and the one that was created digitally. So and it's also cheaper to create them digitally.
In spite of the huge benefits, there are peculiar challenges that comes with the new technology in producing movies. As movie industries evolve, it is imperative that professionals adapt and acquire new skills to thrive in the digital age. The ability to navigate and leverage technology effectively is key. Creative professionals now need to possess a blend of technical and artistic skills, combining the creative vision with an understanding of the tools and platforms. These portend the sure promise of a brighter future for the movie industry in Nigeria.
You know what our people say.
The use of technology in making movies can never be underestimated. We need to actually go to that area and use more technology in our movies. And to join the conversation are, again, veterans, people who have had their hands deep into the movie business. And it's my honor to start with the ladies. You know how they say ladies first? She is a filmmaker, CEO, Model of Models International Limited, Jolly Nena Abani. Let's meet her.
Wow, welcome, ma'am. It's great to have you with us on Weekend Deal today as we delve deeper into the creative industry. And it's my privilege and my honor to welcome. He's been here. He was here yesterday. And we have unfinished conversation. Let's meet, greet, and welcome Brian Etuk, Director of Public Affairs, Nigerian Film Corporation. We'll get to see his profile.
Okay, so our next guest is a chairman of chairmen. You know, when you're the chairman of Actors Guild, Abuja chapter, indeed you're a chairman. You're a chairman of creatives, Mr. Emmanuel Yaba. Let's meet him.
Well, you know, like they say, when the production is about to take off, it's showtime, people. Welcome, welcome, Ma'am Jolly. Welcome, Emmanuel. Welcome, Brian. Let's do it better today. Welcome to Weekend Deal. We're talking about the creative industry, and we all know you guys you are the front burner. You know all that is being unraveled there. Let us in. Let us not just a peep. Open the curtain and let Nigerians know what's really going on. We've come from the past, yesteryears. We're now where we are now. Let me start with you, director. Where are we now in terms of directing? Yesterday, Patience and I and the rest of our cast had some laughing moments where we talked about some of the music that is used in some of our movies. But we know that there are a lot of good movies out there. When you are directing a movie, as you set the tone for the stage to start, what are you thinking? Characters, lights are coming on, action everywhere, you're about to take off. What's on your mind? What do you set out to achieve?
Okay, thank you very much for this wonderful opportunity, and good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
All right, now, basically, I tell people film is all about information. Film is all about the message. Film is all about entertainment. Film is all about changing a mindset. Film is all about engagement. So, from the time you receive the script as a director, all those things begin to ring in your head. You begin to think, okay, which audience am I making this film for? Okay, what kind of film am I making? Okay, what budget am I having? Okay, what actors am I working with? There's just so much that will be going on in your head. So the first thing you should understand as a director is where are you trying to send this information to? Because where you're sending that information to will actually affect the way you're going to do a whole lot of things. If you're working particularly for YouTube right now, there are a lot of things that you're putting into consideration. If your mindset is that you're going to cinema, there's already what's in your mindset. If you're doing a movie, even if you want to do a movie for NTA, for instance, there's definitely a mindset that you will have. So, okay, you're doing a movie for the Igbo background, you know, maybe or some of these platforms, let me not mention names, you know, for the Igbo people. It's a different mindset. You're doing a movie for the North, it's a different mindset because culture varies. Yeah. So all of this thing would definitely affect how you follow your work. So those are the things you should just try to put into consideration before you embark on the journey.
Okay, that's very interesting. NTA Lagos went to talk about technology, and I begin to wonder. I remember after having cried so much for Titanic, I watched the how it was made, and I couldn't uncry my cry because I wanted to uncry my cry. I had cried. And I watched the making, I was like, they were in a green room. That thing didn't sink. Like I said, I couldn't cry my cry. I had already cried. So are we using enough technology? She's laughing so much. Are we using enough technology in our movies? Do we use green rooms? Because some of the action, we see dinosaurs come to life. And you think they're in the jungle, they're in a room, a safe room. Are we doing that here? Are we putting our actors going to the raw environment too much? Queen, will you take that?
Yes, we are not there yet. To my understanding, most of the equipment we use here, they might have finished using it in Hollywood. My thinking, and then we get there. You hear that we're here, tomorrow we're there, but definitely we're not where we were yesterday.
Yes.
Like today, we're beginning to use very good cameras and so on. So we're also doing the green background as well.
Okay.
And kids are coming up with these graphics and stuff. So definitely, if you watch most of the movies done now, director can tell you that we're actually getting there. It's no longer like what it used to be.
Okay, that's interesting. Mr. Brown, good to see you again.
I'm okay.
I'm happy to be here. Yesterday we didn't finish.
No one can tell our stories like we can, and it's the perception that the viewers get. That's the narrative they'll be spreading about us.
Okay.
Do you think the movies that we are putting out there are an accurate representation of who we are as a people, celebrating our cultures, our growth from times past, and even our modernity? Is that how we are? Is it truly showcasing our level of sophistication and who we are as a people?
Thank you. My response to that is, when we started off, we needed to first put out an identity that this is what is coming from Nigeria. And we had this influence of our culture, basic, cultures across, vividly appearing in the movies. For example, we had this juju stuff, coming up, and then we had voodoo. We had the preponderance of that, playing out so much that if you leave Nigeria and you arrive at some shores, even when you want to do a handshake, they will say no because they feel that as soon as they shake you, somebody will enter one bottle. But over time, I think the narrative is changing.
Yeah,
I think we
beautiful.
are beginning to see the positivities of those cultures, and the representations are beginning to take a different form. But it's the same story, but I think with technology and improvement in knowledge skills, we are still telling those stories which represent us, but in a different form and in a more acceptable, globally acceptable way, and people are enjoying it. Nigeria has so much culture too.
Yeah.
I tell you the truth, people are watching.
Manuel has established, our dear sister has established, definitely Mr. Brian has established. Don't go away.
Welcome back to Weekend Deal. It's still all about the movie industry, and we have amazing guests who are on the grind. So we have Queen. I like to call her Queen because she has done it all, and she's still doing it all. So my question is for you today, right now. Okay, so you're in the reality TV thing.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
reality TV started from the days of the Oxbones, that's when I started noticing what reality TV was about, and then the Kardashians took over, and we have so many channels for reality TV. But in this climb, are we doing so well with reality TV, and what are the challenges? Are people as real? And then you're going to tell us, what is it reality TV? How much of it is actually as real?
Reality TV show like mine, it's for women who are 40 years and above. Women who has been to hell and back, widows, single moms, from age 40. A woman that wants more, if you think you would have been a musician and and life, marriage, religion, society didn't allow you to fulfill that career, so it's like a rebate or will I say adult education.
Yeah.
So
Second chance, kinda.
Second chance. So we put 10 women in the house after audition, and you must have many crafts to be in the in the house. So we get people to help you with entrepreneurship, emotional stability, and how to start afresh. When you're going to somewhere like Gogo and it gets to a place where there's no route to say turn back. So you might be doing something for 40 years, and if you're not doing it the right way, it's a time to check yourself and turn and go the right way. You can actually make it anytime, if you turn back and know your purpose and go back for it. So we've been able to do season 1, and this is season 2. Season 1 was very challenging because nobody believed that it's possible to carry out a budget of 350 million naira.
Wow.
Considering the fact that you have to pay like multi-choice on a discount, 120 million for 60 episodes. We air for 2 months. And then, so this season 2 was sponsored by MTN and Mother of Models. It cost like 420 million because they paid a lot of TV stations, NTA and so on. So the challenge is that getting women who are 40 years, nobody want to accept that they are 40 to start.
Really? You don't understand.
So we count backwards. We're 30 and then...
They shouldn't count too far backwards, so that the walking stick will not bring out the whole issue.
I can tell you, a friend of mine say, oh, Nena, if I come on your show, I won't get married. Because, guys will start running away because I'm 40. But after the season 1, now the winner of season 1
sorry, we have to cut in at the moment. Okay. I crave your indulgence. We'll go to Kaduna. They want to contribute. They're very excited to do so, and they're focused on the rise of Kannywood. But we'll be right back with you, okay?
Naira ɗari zan baka gaskiyan kenan.
Kin mare na man wayo. In yi yawon da ke awa biyu da ke ina yawo da ke ɗau naira ɗari ki ba.
The development of Hausa home video can be traced way back to over 3 decades ago. This Hausa drama is reported in 6-phase growth, which is Trans-Sahara drama, traditional drama or mobile cinema, radio television drama, and home video drama.
Have traced the historical background of Hausa film industry. That is the core movie. But before then, we have been into the stage drama. That is whereby we have different troops at the various local government that come and perform on stage. At that time, there's no camera like this one to record what you are doing. It's only the lights of the NTA in those days.
As the Hausa movie industry metamorphosed into Kannywood, how can we assess the growth along its influence outside Nigeria?
It's not like Kannywood is running from its culture, but it's enhancing the film industry. Let me start an example for you. Now, hadn't been we didn't enhance our film industry technically, people will not watch our film again. Rather, they will prefer watching outside films. You understand? Because they enjoy watching them wearing things, singing, dancing, doing sort of things. You understand? That is why we decided, okay, instead of them to stop watching our movies, let's do something. Let's copy them more.
We believe in, first of all, by our dressing, our norms, our culture. So now we are borrowing cultures from other ethnic groups. Like now I've said it earlier, that they are translating an Indian films into Hausa. You are upgrading their own culture. They are upgrading your own culture.
Some people you will see them trying to speak in Indian language in Hausa film. These are kind of influence we are saying. So it means that there's influence in food, there's influence in clothes, there's influence in the props, there's influence in the language, there's influence in the background, there's influence in the music, there's influence even in the acting.
Kannywood as the sobriquet for Hausa language cinema. The cultural influence can said to be next to none.
Through this watching of Kannywood, most Hausas, you understand, learn the standard Hausa. And the standard Hausa is Kano Hausa, you understand. And the Kano Hausa is what we call Daidaitacciya, that is the standard Hausa. If you go to your NTA Hausa, they use the Kano.
Like Kano has audience outside the country, but most especially, particularly in West Africa, because most of our films reflect our culture, our tradition, norms.
How has the industry contributed to Nigeria's economy?
So now Kannywood has boosted into the market of our films industries in the world. So I'm seeing in the future of it, there will still be taking a ranking of the film within the film industries, because now we are in the second or in third in the world.
Believe you me, I'm seeing Kannywood to become the next Bollywood as far as Africa is concerned.
No doubt, Kannywood film industry has a significant contribution to the Nigerian economy, creating jobs and income for many people in the north.
Okay. Kannywood, a whole lot is going on there. As a child or even as an adult, I've always wondered the relationship between the Bollywood movies and the North. They seem to love it a lot. And Mr. Brian just told us here is the similarity in culture and all that. But I'm happy they're carving a niche for themselves and breaking boundaries. So we go back to our conversation. My queen is still here. So with all that big budget and so much you're doing, you'll say one of your challenges is even getting cast members. That's where we were.
Yeah,
we want to be 25 forever. So I understand that. We want to be 25 forever. So how are you getting women to come out and say, I'm 40 and fabulous?
Yeah, the winner for season 1 got married.
Oh.
At 52. She was 51 on the show.
Good one.
And she just got married. I went to Lagos for the wedding. I have to go and be mama and sign for
her.
So now we are getting calls like, when is the season 3? You know, everybody wants to be 40 now. So I called a friend of mine. I said, listen, this is like, here we don't plan for retirement. Everybody wants to grow older and depend on either your husband or children to support you. But if women are 40, even our Nollywood, our A-list, if they can come into a show like this, to do something, this is for them. So they will use it like retirement program. They're still in, it's filming. You're still on a show, reality TV show. So if you can accept you're 40 and come on board, and then help other people, at least people will learn from you. There we learn, unlearn, and relearn, and then you still be relevant. So you can use that like a retirement program. So right now people are calling us, okay.
Maybe if you have an all-stars, or maybe if you want to have the Nollywood A-listers who are that age, have an all-stars. Let's say a Rita Dominic, let's say a Genevieve, Omotola. Woo, it will blow up our screens.
Yeah, the of them, are fading off.
Yeah, so call them in and all-stars.
We'll get there.
Yeah. Don't say fading off,
Yeah, not these ones.
Not these ones.
Okay,
some of them. Okay, these ones are in our faces.
These ones are here, right now.
And there's a way, many, if you manage yourself well, you can age with grace.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can age with grace.
The one, the A-list, like the ones you call, they're actually doing very well. We grew up watching them, and they're still looking the same, even better.
Even better. I even saw Liz Benson last year at an event she attended. I was amazed. Wow. She's really aging with grace. Mr. Emmanuel, can you let us in? What prevents that handshake from going, what prevents the handshake from becoming warm, very warm and lasting and long lasting, would you say?
Okay, the challenge is not today something. It's the way. I think one of the challenges is the foundation. It's a foundational problem. When Nollywood started, it started like a one-man's business, where Mr. Brian has some money, he wants to put it in the business, and at the end of the day, there will be returns. There wasn't really a proper structure from the system itself. But as time went on, things began to change. Now, they are mentioning Bank of Industry, they are mentioning other agencies where funds can be gotten. How many filmmakers actually know how to do a proper business plan? Where you can, film is actually, we should look at film as a big business, where there's some form of ROI.
That's where,
just like I heard one of the reviews we watched, somebody was mentioning 50 million. Tell some filmmakers now, give me a plan of how this 50 million will come back. 80% of filmmakers won't get back to you.
In fact, it's 100 million that should come back, not 50.
They won't come back to you. But if you can actually, like if you go to Bank of Industry, it's not grant, it's not dash. It's a loan.
It's a loan.
They'll ask you, okay, this money you're asking for, how? Give us a visible plan. And we also need to know your past antecedents, what you've done before, so that we can now give you this money. So that is why the handshake no go cross that place where you just so. But if you can actually come and you have that access to, okay, this is what I want to do. There are a lot of names. People like Kunle Afolayan, for instance, they've been able to develop a blueprint. They already know that, okay, if it comes out, it's big. Somebody like Funke Akindele, if they come now and go work to any bank, then go sign the check immediately, because they know that they have a
pedigree.
They have things they've been able to do. You know, but a lot of people cannot really transcend. And the problem is that, check those marketers who he mentioned in that era. Where are they today? A new generation
have come up.
Has just come up now.
Yes, because I was going to, on the lighter note, I was going to ask a question. Growing up, we heard of number 13 Iweka Road. What happened to Iweka Road?
You also had a place in Lagos.
You don't want that. Yes. The thing is that it's all about transition. You know, as a young filmmaker, you should be able to transit.
Yeah.
There was 20 years ago, you can literally mention all the movie directors in Nigeria. You can call them by name. You can know when their films are coming out. If Lancelot is bringing a film, Mistake was bringing a film, Anja Manechi, Delis Duka, Fred Amata. These were names that were very that time.
Like a recurring decimal.
Yeah, every time you know. But right now, if I tell you how many directors are on set, right, even in Abuja, I'm the chairman of the Directors Guild. I don't even know all the directors. Not DJ members. I know all the DJ members. I don't know all the directors in Abuja. That's because the industry is open now. And whether we like it or not, the streaming platforms actually also helped to demystify the whole system. Because then it was more like a business. But now it's more like it's a big global thing now. Everybody wants to go global. You want to make a film, not just a film that you keep around yourself, but a film that can go global. A film that can go international.
Okay, talking about global, I'm also a bit anxious. I want to know. You called one figure that I'm trying to call again, a big figure. How do you break even?
Million.
Yeah. How do you break? Are you breaking even? And if you are, how?
Breaking even, it's because there is voting. MTN wouldn't do a business that they won't recoup the money back. So this is not like film where you make the movie and sell them. We are on air for 2 months and they've been voting for that 2 months.
That is where the handshake is.
So my job is to make the production like is in half. They pay for all these billboards and airtime. It costs 200 million for our airtime this time. And then they pay for the billboard, the lampposts and everything. And I'm to do the production. So I'll find a way. I've got the equipment, the location, everything, and you know, so my job is to get the job done, and they do the publicity, pay the airtime. So at the end of the day, the voting comes in, and I have some percentage, and they get more, perhaps. And if you check the contract,
I like your kind of handshake.
Yeah,
it's a very promising one.
The contract that we have is like I am not gonna get anything myself because I've got 5 years contract right now. Maybe with time I will, because by the time you finish everything about reality TV show, national need to get some approvals here and there, and they also need to get some of the money. Lottery Commission have some percentage of money, you know. So, and then at the end of the Yellow Dot Africa is the platform that they're using for the voting. So Yellow Dot has their commission, and finally maybe a little bit will come back to us.
You.
But important thing is that we're moving.
Show is going on
forward.
Good. Okay, you're talking, there's no how we can talk about movies without talking about the sad incident that happened in Asaba recently, where we lost a veteran, Junior. We all cry, we are still crying for him. And we are hoping that we get these studios that would stop our actors and actresses from interfacing with danger as much as possible. We'll go on the break. When we come back, we are still talking about that, so don't go away.
It's Weekend. We're focused on this spectacular group of people who are changing the narrative on the continent and in the world. with true Nigerian stories and a true and clear picture of who we are and what we represent. Before we went on the break, Patience was talking about we were thrown into mourning. And like mourning is often quite unexpected. We were touched because young lives left us abruptly. And we know that many of them were in the bid of carving a niche for themselves in this very industry that we're highlighting today. Our director is here, our ace director, if I may. And I know that there was such a one or such a two in a movie just like that one. There were directors, there were producers, and there were cast. And then this happened, very unfortunately, I may say. And when we get to hear where they were placed, like we hear River Niger, some people have been asking, let us play devil's advocate now because the questions are still out there. You know, did people have to journey all the way to River Niger in the first place? And then who is supposed to ascertain the safety of the driver, the person moving that boat, or the necessity to put on life jackets? Who is supposed to enforce it? You know, were there gaps?
Well, it's still fresh, you know. Jinope was someone a lot of us knew. I knew him personally. At least I worked with him 2 years ago. Nice, jolly fellow. So, wearing life jacket. See, what I look at that matter is, it's a general Nigerian problem.
Okay.
A typical Nigerian will not wear seat belt.
It's true. We're forced to wear
The only way we can wear a seat belt is because we don't want police problem.
True.
That is the first thing we should always understand. We know one, as in, Nigeria cannot just drive a car. Say, I don't want police people carry seat belt. But those things can save lives. The issue of the life jacket now, there are some boats that before they will even move, they will make sure as you are even crossing. I from Cross River. I went to Cross River through Oron. I and my wife. My wife has never entered boat before. That was the first time. But she had to wear a jacket. She held my hand until she got to her destination. It's enforced. So they need to now make sure that anybody entering life jacket, if there's no life jacket, in fact, they should arrest plus the pilot. And we should also not understand one thing. They were not filming on the Niger. It was like a route. They were crossing. Accident happened, say people don't go to travel again. It has happened, it happened. Can they enforce it that before a boat moves, boat mishaps have been happening every day. This one is different now because the guy is a figure and is Nollywood. Can they enforce it now that before they travel, before they move from point A to point B on water, everybody should be given a life jacket? If they do that, the possibility of saving yourself will be there. And let us also not forget one thing. Life jacket is actually not 100% guarantee. I saw a life coach who said there's a way you can even wear the life jacket properly that it might even drown you. So where we even have a problem, Mark, is the issue of CPR. A lot of Nigerians, even me with the sharp mouth here, if any of us faint here now, I won't lie you, I won't know what to do.
Shout first, panic.
I don't know what to do.
Making videos.
Even to come to give you CPR, I might end up even suffocating and killing you. So I think there should be a deliberate effort by training people how to handle accident cases. Like now, Directors Guild of Nigeria, in conjunction with Abuja Film Village, we are organizing a masterclass on 1st May for actors, where we want to train people how to do CPR and common mistakes.
Way to go.
Do you understand? Those things will really help.
We need to have life skills.
People just need to know life skills.
We need life skills. We need to learn it. We need to know how to do that first response when there's an emergency.
Beyond the movie industry, all of us, and we're all accepted here that this CPR, we've been hearing about it too. We've seen how it is done. Some of us have heard people are teaching people. Many of us have not gone to learn. So you say you have some words. Let's hear.
You know, the CPR is just a basic
response.
Should learn.
Especially, you see, but in our educational system or health development system, are we actually getting the people to know this? That is why I'm always thrilled about the educational system of Israel. From child. you know, the siren technology, the siren alert, how to alert people, how to threat level, you know, management of threat level from infancy. So once they hear certain threat levels, they know how to manage through. But the tragic incident that happened in Asaba, the Nigerian Film Corporation is really saddened about that. Efforts over time has been that we've always told, advocated for actors, producers, let's get them insured. First, insure yourself. Some of these actors, you know, they are not into multiple layer of streaming income. You know, they just want to stay on one because they feel that is what it is. We feel that one, as an individual, you can insure yourself. That is one. Then two, the set, was it insured? Were the cast insured? We must have insurance package for each production set, because anything can go wrong anytime. So we are also advocating that there should be some medical departments, you know, if the production company cannot, you can liaise with the medical facilities in your locality. Yeah. So the Ministry of Health here must come. We have been talking with the defense headquarters. We have a partnership with them, even with the police also. Look, let's have this handshake. Let's have this handshake. So if we are going on a set, a very rigorous kind of set, you can approach the medical facility or medical team within the locality, you know, with some form of an endorsement at the highest level. They will second some, you know, doctors or nurses or ambulances. Yes, because anything can just go wrong. So it's very dangerous. But by and large, some of our actors, they multitask, over multitask.
I want to suggest a solution. Sai is here and the director is here. So I am thinking that we should have a security officer in every set.
Yeah, like you said.
Because it's not just water, road. Even while we're on set, you can say, oh, PM will manage it. No. Is it possible, sir, that there will be, this is new, a security officer that is in charge of all the actors, different from the PMs or whatever they are called. So when I'm sick, this person will be responsible to give me whatever I should take to be fine. And then this person might have, like my grand finale, I wanted to bring people to just come to help check vitals, because I'm inviting senior citizens, people 40 plus, you know. So if it's possible to have this, you know, in place. So in every set, there's that security officer that will check your...
Thank you so much.
That is the time where we put our hands together. Emmanuel. This is how we say goodbye. It's not as anything personal. I heard Emmanuel, before you say, I've let his patients buy you the pizza. His patients buy you the pizza.
You know, the conversation is still on. Yeah. We have to engage with our people. We just have to. But we are trying to work with some insurance companies. We just feel that somewhere down, we will get it right.
And then ailing actors. How come when actors begin to ail, the whole nation needs to contribute? What is happening? What's happening?
I say let senior citizens come to reality TV shows, so we just stop.
When you call them senior citizens,
senior citizens,
40 and 30.
What is 20? Senior citizens, 60 is still fabulous. We thank you for always